Good day, Transwest truck, trailer, and RV family and friends. My name is Brian Thompson. I am the Emerald Luxury Coach Specialist for Transwest RV, and I'm excited to share with you today a pre-owned 2020 Emerald Luxury Coach H3-45, and this is Transwest stock number 5U240549. This coach has approximately 61,000 miles on it, but it's in excellent condition, very well cared for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a general walk around of some of the features that I think are really important, not only with Prevost, but with Emerald Luxury Coach. And just giving a general overview of the coach itself. The overall length of this coach is 45 feet, and the ride height is approximately 13 feet 6 inches, taking into consideration the roof air conditioners. Some of the other nice things about this coach you can see is it's a fiberglass coach, and so it has a full body paint job on it, and it's got a super clear coat on the outside. So you'll see that it's very smooth lines with all of the pinstriping, color changes. So Emerald Luxury Coach and Prevost do a wonderful job with their paint jobs. Some of the other features, on the roof line, we've got a front cowling that takes in the Girard awnings. So there's 4 Girard awnings with wind sensors on them. So in the event you have the awnings out, you're enjoying yourself on the outside of the coach, the wind picks up, it will go ahead and run those awnings back in. Some of the other nice features are the frameless windows. So these windows from Prevost are frameless. They're dual pane and they're tinted. And the nice thing with that is it keeps out the elements. So if it's cold outside, you're going to be able to stay warm in your coach and vice versa. So what I'll do now is I'll just do a general walk around from the front corner and just talk about some of these features. The front cap of the coach does have a protective plastic coating over the front of it, so it's going to protect that from rock chips. So it's up and down the front cap. At the entry door, we have a keyless entry. There are 4 different ways that you can get into the coach. You can use the keyless entry. We do have a key fob that's on the keys that you can get in that way. Inside the coach, we have baggage compartment lock and unlock inside that as well. Outside, we've got basically it's a ring telephone system there that will be able to call back to the bedroom, and you can talk if somebody's outside wants to announce themselves. On the side, we've got 2 marker lights. One is for a turn signal and the other one's for daytime running. I like running with my lights on day and night, so that's what the 2 marker lights are for. And then we have cornering lights down below. Talk about the wheels and tires. These are Michelin. The front steer wheels are 365 70Rs. In the back on the drive wheels, those are 315 80Rs. And then the tag axles are 365 70Rs as well. And the nice thing with Prevost and the tire wheels and tires is they have put a tire pressure monitoring system inside the tires, and there's a control at the dash that alerts you, and it measures the heat and tire pressure. At this point, I'll show you some of the baggage doors. The really nice thing with the compartment doors and baggage doors is they're very easy to open. So they're gas strut assisted, so it's very easy to open those and pull them down. But the front bay is a full pass-through. Some of the nice features here is we've got a manual tray that runs out, and it is felt lined, so it keeps things from sliding around. It's very well protected in here. They do have an Emerald Luxury Coach entry mat. We have 2 Zip-D awning chairs that are labeled Emerald Luxury Coach in here. We've got 110 outlet on the front wall with a fire extinguisher. Each bay is lit with LED lights. And then we have some distribution boxes down here. This is for your electrical. And while I'm here to point this out, Emerald Luxury Coach, when they design and build their coaches, make things very accessible. So in the event you need to troubleshoot something, or there's some maintenance that needs to be done, everything you'll notice as we walk around the entire coach, things are very accessible. So we'll move to the second bay. The second bay is going to be a full pass-through as well. And in this bay, we've got a large TV in here that can pull out. I'll go ahead and do that. And it swings out. So sit out here with your friends and family and enjoy football games. This does have a Sonos sound bar with a subwoofer is also inside this bay on the forward wall. We have some convenient light switches out here. This does have some awning lights, some ground effects light, porch light, so you can light up your exterior. Another distribution box in here, LED lighting. And in this bay, they do have a laminate, so if you did want to put something in here that, you know, ladders or some kind of bikes or something in here, this is well protected as well. Leave that up. In the third bay, this is what I'd describe as the electrical bay. So this uses a Volta power management system. So we've got 3 inverters in here. We've got a transfer switch, so when you plug your coach into 50 amp or 30 amp, it's going to automatically transfer the power appropriately. We have lithium-ion batteries, just like they use in the automotive industry. Up above on the top panel, this is our power management system button. So if you're going to shut your coach down and store it for a while, this would be the place you would push that button and it would shut down the power to the coach, to the house. Inside this bay as well, you may not be able to hear very well, but there are fans in here. This, with this electrical equipment and the batteries, may get warm in here on a hot day especially, so they have thermostatically set fan in here that's constantly circulating the air and keeping this bay cool. We also have some inverter bypass switches, automatic transfer switches, so you can turn it to shore, generator, auto set. All right, the next bay, I guess we could call this storage. There's a really nice toolbox in here. There's also a, for if you want to change a tire, there's some tool for that in there. But this is a really nice toolbox that's in this coach, and you can store tools in there, whatnot. There's also a 110 outlet out here that has USB ports in there if you want to charge your phone. On the other side of this would be where your water tanks are, and I'll talk about that once we get to the other side. This compartment here, I'll go ahead and open it. This is your fuel compartment. So this is where, this is where you would put your fuel, your diesel fill there. This has about a 200-gallon fuel tank on it. So it'll go quite a ways for you. This last bay, so this is just another good storage bay here. We do have city water outlet here. We do have some hot water heaters, a 110 outlet out in this bay. Again, well lit, felt, easy to maintain and care for. I'll open this next compartment, and it has, this is more Prevost chassis related in this compartment. So we've got a lot of relays and breakers. This is where they have 4 chassis batteries under this panel here. But inside here we've got chassis disconnect switches, again, relays, breakers, fuses, and this is Prevost related. Very well laid out. You can see exactly what the fuses, relays are. Easy for the service department if they need to do some kind of maintenance on it. Easy for them to see. And this is access to your engine compartment area. We do have I will open the engine from here as well, but this has the Webasto hydronic heating system in it. So Webasto, that's going to be a hydronic heating system that could be for heating your engine if you're going to do a cold start. It could be for using your heating system inside the coach, and also it flows through your hot water heaters, giving you instant hot water when you get to your destination. There's a battery booster right there. And then I'll go ahead and open this engine compartment. The engine compartment does have gas assist struts on it as well, and it locks in place over here. So if you were to lower it, you would want to release that latch right there. So back here, some of the things to talk about. This has the Volvo D13 engine. It's a 500 horsepower engine. It provides 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. Some of the other things to talk about from this side is we have a rear start, and there's a belt tensioner, so if you do need to change out the serpentine belts for some reason, you can take the tension off. Some of the other things back here, we've got alternators for your house batteries. There are 2 alternators for your house batteries, 2 alternators for your chassis batteries. Air conditioning for this at the dash. This has a 2-ton dash air conditioning system. So as you're driving down the road, just like in your car, that's where you'd get your air conditioning from. As well as when you're driving down the road, you can run 2 air conditioners off of the inverters and house batteries as well. We have engine oil fill, engine oil dipstick here. And this is, the Volvo engines are EPA approved with all the latest in, carbon reduction emissions and things like that. All right. On the driver's side of the coach, we talked about the marker lights, cornering lights. We have docking lights that are up here as well, halfway up the coach. Slide out rooms, we can talk about that for a second. So slide out rooms, these are electric and they run on an electric track, and they have a locking pin that would come underneath it to secure that slide room when it's inside the coach. There is an air seal around the outside, so as you're moving the room in and out, there's an air seal that will inflate and deflate. The windows, once again, especially on the slide rooms, they're, I guess you could say, panoramic, so they go around the front and the rear of the slide rooms. And again, those are dual pane, full length, full height. All right, opening the plumbing bay. So some of the main features and components in this bay, you've got a 110 water pump here, and then you've got a 12 volt. So if for some reason you lose your 110 power or your inverters or something, you're not plugged in, we do have an auxiliary water pump in here, so that's really nice to have a backup system redundant. This is your water filter. Water filters those are pretty common. You can get them at well-known RV places. We've got your dump valves. Those are electric or manual. So if they're electric, in the event something happens, you can use them manual. Up above here, you have your hot water side and your cold water side for your different washers, showers. So if you did need to work on something, you could close down the hot or cold water side of that component. We do have a power monitoring out here, as well as tank monitoring. We have gravity fill, some of your switches out here. Something that I like to point out with the way that Emerald Luxury Coach builds their coach and designs it, again, everything is very accessible in here. So service techs, the feedback I get, they really enjoy working on these coaches because they don't have to take something off to get to something. So again, you can just see that everything's very easy to work on and get to. I talked about the holding tanks. The fresh water has 190 gallons, and the black and gray are about 75 each, so that'd be 150 combined. Oh, I will show you. This is, you can fill the fuel from both sides. So this side actually has the DEF. So that is for DEF only, DEF fuel. And then again, that's where the diesel would go into there. In this compartment, we have your shore cord. That's a 55-foot shore cord reel. It is power. We have a macerator pump on this coach. So what that'll do is it'll take the solid waste and it'll liquefy it so you can run it way away from the coach. We've got your city water hose here. This has an air compressor hose on it as well. Generator battery is in this compartment. Some fuses, breakers, monitoring panels. This has your main shore power breaker coming off from the shore power if you need to do something there. And I'm going to close this bay just again to give you an idea of the baggage compartments and how solid, sturdy, and weatherized they are. So it's going to keep that bay from any of the elements getting inside there. This bay is going to have your generator. This is a PowerTech 20 kilowatt generator. It's on airbags, and it's very well soundproofed in here. So as you're running it, it just deadens the sound in here. There's a fan in there that keeps the air circulating in here. But this would run your entire coach with your washer, dryer, roof air conditioners, microwave. You can run all of your components off of this generator. Back to the front two forward storage bays. Again, these are the full pass-throughs. And we do have the distribution boxes in here. So this is for your 50 amp and 30 amp power on both sides of the coach. Again, easy to access. And what I can show you here is this motor is for the slide rooms. So in the event you have an emergency or something happens with the slide room, you can use this to run that room in. Again, it's electric, it runs on tracks, but it would allow you to move the room in and the locking pin would go in to secure it, and you could make your way on your travels, again, in the event of emergency. And this bay, again, another full pass-through. And then we have the 2 zip D chairs for a total of 4 zip D chairs. We have storage for your hoses, for your sewer hoses, and storing it in there. All right, this front bay, this is again more Prevost related, chassis related. You have your windshield washer fluid. There is washer fluid for the headlights as well. We have relays, breakers, fuses. Those are the types of items that would be chassis related in here. And then on the front panel of this door, you can see again how everything's very well labeled and easy to tech in the event of an emergency and you needed to get somewhere. All right, so we're around to the front of the coach. LED headlights. We got some really large front windows, which are great when you're driving down the road. You get so much visibility out of this coach. We talked about the front cowling that takes in the awnings, but I think at this point we may be able to go onto the inside of the coach and I'll show you some of the features of the inside of the coach. May just start here at the entry door. I mentioned that you've got a few different ways to open baggage compartment doors. There's a switch right here. You do have an entry light switch, and then some right below. You've got some easy to access exterior lights and whatnot. So we'll go inside. All right, so I'm standing in the salon area of this coach. And the thing that I really like about this living area with people is you've got 2 recliners and ottomans here in the front, as well as a sofa. And what I jokingly say is this coach entertains 8, it feeds 4, but sleeps 2. But this is, you know, an easy way to entertain people in here. And this sofa is a jackknife sofa, so it'll lay down. So it's got an electric way to lay that down. Somebody can sleep there if they like. And it's about 6 feet long. On this side, we've got a nice desk area, so if you wanted to use this as a workstation, it's got a nice desk there, some storage below. We've got a mag light in here with a fire extinguisher. We do have drink holders on the forward side and the rear of this with convenient switches. Something that came to mind, we talked about the windows, and one of the nice things about the living area in an Emerald luxury coach is all the visibility that you get in this coach. We talked about the windows, they're frameless, dual pane tinted, and you can just see without having a lot of motorhomes sometimes will put the cabinets up there, but this gives so much visibility, electric shades that would come down. We do have 2 emergency exits in the event of an emergency. You can remove this window on the driver's side, and you can remove the window on the passenger side as well. Moving through to the galley area. So we've got really nice countertops. There is a cover that's below in the cabinet, but we've got a cover for this. Residential features in here. So we have residential faucets. This is reverse osmosis filtered drinking water. I guess since we're right here, I can talk about this system. So this is a handheld device that you can control a lot of your coach features here. So quickly you can look at your systems and you can see how your generator's performing. Oh. You can look at your lighting. Oh my goodness, let me go home. Lighting, you can do your heating, air conditioning from here, shades, awnings, everything can be controlled from here, and you can take it outside as well. There's a charging port, just like we have inside. You have a charging port outside as well. There are 2 of those in the coach. Cabinets, a lot of storage in here. So you can see, you can put pots, pans, what have you. There's the cover for the sink down there. Magnetized and soft close. We've got drawers, lots of storage in here. Working our way back, this is a Fisher Paykel dishwasher. Some people use this for storing, pots and pans. Up above on the counter, we have a Wolf induction cooktop. So it's an electric cooktop. Everything in this coach, this is an all-electric coach, which is why we have the large generator as well. And then above we have a Viking convection oven with cooktop built in there. Moving over to the driver's side. This has a Sonos soundbar in it. We didn't really talk about the audio video system, but you'll see a speaker here. But this has surround sound with the soundbar. I'll talk about that in a minute. But we have the dinette. And with the dinette, I really like the leather that Emerald uses. It's easy to get in and out of, and it's a coach that you really feel like you can sit down, be comfortable in without feeling like you're gonna, mess something up or you gotta clean right away. So I like the leather that they used in this, as well as the matching countertops. This does go down if you wanted to turn it into a bed as well. So it electrically raises and lowers. And we have storage up above. We have storage down below. Some pull-out drawers down here. and that's in the rear and the forward. So yeah, we talked about the audio video, and I failed to point out the TVs that we have here. So we've got a TV that's in the slide room, so you could watch this as you're driving down the road. That would be the convenient one to watch as you're transporting people and somebody can comfortably sit in the living room. We do have another large TV that would drop out of the ceiling that you could watch when you're parked and stationary somewhere. And again, that has the Sonos sound bar in it with the surround speakers. All right, continuing to move on through the coach. We'll move into the hallway where we have a Fisher Paykel refrigerator freezer. So it's a 2-door, again, full residential size with the freezer, 2-door freezer. And they've got nice latches, so if you are carrying something heavy in there, it's latched, won't open. In this compartment right here that I'll open, we've got, this is our centralized electronics. So the panel that I showed you up there, you have one here centrally located. We've got, this is just your general power area. I highly recommend if people want to learn about power management, this is what's measuring the amperage and volts coming into your coach. And this is a really important thing to understand in how you manage your power, what you can run, what you shouldn't run, or what you have enough power to run and not. So something really good to learn and understand. We have generator start stop. We have an auto gen feature. This has heated floor. So we've got front and rear heated floor. And again, everything's very well labeled here. I really like the way they do it. You know exactly what you're looking at. TV antenna, tank monitors, fuses. There's your Volta inverter panels are down there. I mentioned that power management system button on the outside in the bay. You have another one inside. Again, that's for if you're going to store your coach and you want to shut all of the power off. You would want to turn off the house power, and then you'd also want to turn off your chassis batteries. That's a really nice area there. This bathroom I really like. It's got dual entry. So you can enter the bathroom this way, and then you can exit out the back, but you have your toilet, your sink in there. Hold that door open for him. And exit out the other way. And then we do have a pocket door. So if you were to close this off, it's a manual pocket door. People can still use the restroom if somebody's getting ready in the stateroom or if they're in the living room. So that talks about the bathroom. We have storage here. This is, I would call it 3/4 hanging with cabinet drawer, cabinet drawers below. So this is nice for shirts, pants, what have you, 110 outlet. I really like the felt lining inside. You can put shoes in here, not gonna slide around, it's quiet. LED lighting inside. Magnetized cabinet doors. Close them, solid close. In this cabinet, we have your stack washer dryer. This is a Bosch stack washer dryer. And then we didn't really talk about the slide rooms, but inside that on the forward wall, you can see that there are the switches for running the slide rooms in and out. We can talk about that on the way back out. This cabinet has full length hanging and a safe at the bottom. It's really nice for dresses, jackets, full length coats, felted LED light, magnetic cabinet. And then we made it back to the stateroom. So in the stateroom, we've got walls, talking on the driver's side now. In the slide room, we've got 2 wall sconces. There is a shade there, but full visibility out the window. It's a king size bed. We do have on the rear side, we've got another touchpad here. So if you did want to control something from your bedroom area, you would have the ability to do that here, as well as convenient switches for generator start stop, some of the lights, shades. You can do a lot of control. I talked about the ring system that's at the front entry door. That's where this system is, so you could answer it from back here. Put this back. We have also back here, we have a really large TV with its own Sonos soundbar. So these are, all the TVs in here, by the way, are HD, LED HD TVs. So very great pictures, very clear, easy to see. A lot of times what I'll do myself is I'll just turn on some background music. I'll just run my Bluetooth through it and just give myself some ambiance music even. So it's a really nice thing to have back here. We've got lots of storage drawers back here. Okay. Some more storage, and you've got a satellite dish receiver back here, but this is cabinet storage. We have a pocket door that closes off here, but this is, they call it a rear bath and a half. So you'll have a full rear bath with your toilet, your shower, your sink back here, as well as having one in the middle of the coach. So really nice floor plan. I like what Emerald did here. And then as I walk back, we talked about accessibility, serviceability. In this cabinet back here, you can see a lot of the controls. Again, everything's very well labeled. You can see a Crestron processor, primary network switch. So in the event anything comes up and you need to troubleshoot something, you need to call the factory or for service, they can really easily walk you through what you need to do. Even all of these lines are labeled with what they are, where they go. So really smart. You don't see this in a lot of the other converters in the market. They make it very user-friendly and intelligent too. It's easy to do a walk around with somebody on this and show people how to use it. Single sink, convenient switches back here. Some cabinet up there for different items. And then as I walk by, if you want to get a picture of the shower, it's a very large shower. We get lots of compliments on it, even from very tall individuals. This shower, the way it's designed and built, they do a great job of using the full, maximizing the area that they have to work with, in the ceiling especially. All right. So that shares a stateroom, the rear bathroom. I'll walk back up to the front. And I think just in general, the things that I like about this particular coach is the balance of colors as well. I really like the way that Emerald matched the lower, lighter cabinetry with the darker upper cabinetry, and it doesn't show fingerprints. Again, it's a very livable coach. It isn't something where you feel like you're going to get fingerprints and you constantly need to be cleaning it. The flooring as well, it's light, the ceiling's light, so it just gives this feeling with the windows of a very open area for being an H3-45 double slide coach. I think what we'll do is walk out, or actually at this point I feel like I kind of wrapped up what I can share with this, the features and benefit, but I just want to thank you for joining me today on this walk around. Once again, my name is Brian Thompson. I'm the Emerald Luxury Coach Specialist for Transwest RV. This is a pre-owned 2020 Emerald Luxury Coach. Again, the stock number is 5U240549, and I want to thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, you want any more information, or you have interest in this coach, call 800-909-7071. Again, my name is Brian Thompson. Thank you for joining me today on this walk around. I hope you have a great day.